My name is Jacob Nold. I'm with Labs for Liberty. We're out of Morgan, Utah. Our mission is to provide Labrador service dogs to military veterans free of charge. Labs for Liberty is a nonprofit organization. In the first year of being, we have gifted 3 pups to 3 veterans, and we have nearly completed our retreat house. We ended up buying property in Morgan, Utah with a guest house on 27 acres. And decided that the best use for the guest house would be for to redo it and use it for veterans retreats and have guys come out and spend time there and just get away from the city and wake up every morning to a beautiful view and enjoy all the activities that Utah has to offer. We also wanted to use that as a place to bring the dogs and their owners back after we place them. So if they need more training or if they need some intensive one-on-one training, we're able to do that on site as a vacation-style retreat that is also educational and serves a purpose there. We also have 5 pups that are in queue. They have their veterans picked out for them. They're getting pictures daily of their pup in training, and they're extremely excited to receive their puppy. Labs for Liberty was started about a year ago by my parents. They saw a need. Really felt like they needed to do something, and the idea of hunting Labrador retrievers that are trained for service tasks for veterans that hunt and needed that companion that could change their lives, their daily lives. So that is kind of where the whole program started. Our service dogs are custom trained to the individual specifically. We like to focus on the exact tasks that individual needs. Our mission's a little different. We pick the veteran before we place the dog, and we match the dog to that specific veteran based on that pup's disposition and whatnot. So what we like to do is we like to find the pups with the labs with more of a calmer disposition that we know will work well in a family environment, and with a soldier that just needs that friend next to them. Tasks we train dogs for. If a veteran needs disability tasks, we'll train that dog how to open doors, turn on lights, turn off lights, take socks off, pick things up off the ground if that particular individual can't bend over to the best of his abilities. We really focus on the PTSD side of things and what that dog can do when a veteran kind of has a flashback or goes into that mode where he's in that zone, and that dog can kind of be there for him and take him out of that zone. Nightmare wake-ups are huge, pretty easy to train for, and these Labrador retrievers, they're so natural with their ability and their hunting ability, and they just want to please. So that's why we pick this type of breed for this specific task. So our first dog we gifted, her name is Penny. Her veteran struggled with some memory loss, amongst other things, and that specific dog can find his keys for him if he forgets where he put his keys or he dropped his keys. Go find his wallet for him if he misplaced that, or even his phone. Each and every dog we gift, it not only helps that specific veteran that it goes to, but the guys, his friends, and the people he's around. He's around a lot of his buddies that came back with him, and they attach to that dog, and they love that dog too. The most recent dog we gifted here in Joplin, Missouri was a dog gifted to a Air Force veteran who is not able to communicate very well. He speaks pretty much at a whisper. So we trained that dog specifically to his veteran, so that dog, when that gentleman is in public and he doesn't feel secure in, let's say, a crowd, that dog is able to, speak for him and kind of find the people he's with if he gets lost from them, and those people will hear that dog talk and come to him. Another example of that was he was actually buried in the Joplin tornado, and that took a big toll on him and his family and obviously the community. And so when we found out about that and found out that he was buried, we made it a point to train that dog to be able to call for help as well. And there's a clicker command for that dog when he just clicks the clicker for that dog to just keep barking, keep barking, keep barking. And that dog will always be by his side. We actually gifted it 2 days ago.
My name's Jim. I'm a disabled vet. I have a service dog that helps me. One of my disabilities is my vocal cords. It's difficult for me to talk. And I also have PTSD and some other physical disabilities that I try to work through. I used to have a service dog named Major. He was a German Shepherd, and he died suddenly at the age of 5 of cancer. And I didn't know what I was going to do. My doctors at the VA hospital went to bat for me, and they made some phone calls, and they got in contact with Labs for Liberty, and that organization notified me that they had a lab that would work pretty good for me, they thought. And so when they brought him, they flew him here and came here and spent some time with me with Samson. That was my lab that they got me. And Samson, he really helps me out in my daily activities. He's been taught to get people's attention, and when I'm in a crowd of people, they can't hear me talking. He barks loud so they get their attention. I guess some of the things he helps me with the most is some of my anxiety issues and some of the things I've experienced. He helps me get through those each day. My nightmares at night, when I wake up, he's always there by me and takes care of me. And I take him everywhere I go. He's really my best friend. And I don't know what I'd do without him. I'm really appreciative of Labs for Liberty for taking the time and effort to get this dog to me. And I'm looking forward to helping them with training classes and seeing what I can do to help other disabled pets too.
To see how quickly that dog realized that that was his owner, and to see that smile on that veteran's face was just, I don't know. I don't know if I want to say life-changing, but it makes it all worth it. You realize why you're doing it, and it's just different.
Yeah, Nellie, she's in the back of the truck. She came right over to me, and I started at the duck hunt. She was sitting there, and I was just petting her, and I stopped petting, and then it was just like an automatic bond between her and I. She just kind of bumped my arm up and put her head up on my leg, and it kind of getting choked up, but it kind of made me relax, and it's actually like there's something there for you, you know?
Companion.
Yeah, fellowship with a dog. I never thought that a dog would be to be there to take care of you, you know? Just tell me, Roger was out there. He's one of the Labs for Liberty. And he was out there, he was throwing the decoys back, but I couldn't go in the water, so Riley brought me the decoys. I said, fetch it up. He listened to me, and I was just like, wow. So, which is amazing, you know. So he's bringing me the decoys. So it's just amazing the companionship you can have with an animal. It didn't dawn on me that they're so lovable, you know. I've had a dog all my life, but it's just something special about these Labs that kind of hits your heart.
So currently our dogs are out of HPK Kennels out of Iowa, which is Hunters Point Kennels, and we work directly with the owner of that kennel to pick a dog that has the proper disposition for the veteran of choice. And prior to even picking the pup that we pick, that veteran fills out an application, gives us an idea of kind of his everyday struggles, different things he would like to see the dog do, if he would like the dog to hunt, if he has disability issues. So if we need a larger dog, we can specifically choose a larger pup that will be able to help him with those disability issues, whether it be get off the ground or just get up from his seat. So from there, we get the pup. We either get it fostered out or we keep it on site at our house. Our fosters are pre-approved and they go through a screening process. and their training really starts at day one. The second we get them, we take them with us everywhere. They're either going to work with my mom, they're down with me at college, going to class, getting exposed to vehicles, public transportation, whatever it may be. And then with the specific veteran they're chosen for, we have an idea of kind of their environment that they're going to be in. So we try to expose that pup to a similar environment. And then that dog gets a lot of love, a lot of playtime, is pretty much kid-proofed throughout that process. And, you know, I'm up in its face, just playing with it and loving on it. And that's really the thing. We don't want these dogs to be machines. We want them to be companions more than anything, best friends more than anything. And as that process goes on, that pup will get its basic commands. It's sit, stay, obedience commands, and from there we go on with tasks, which can start as early as we want, but we generally get those after it gets its first task or its basic commands down, and from there we just build on those tasks to the point where we feel like they can be gifted, and where that veteran is able to use that dog at their home. And really we try to get that dog in the veteran's hands as soon as possible for that bonding process to start. And we've recently been seeing that around 6 to 7 months. So we get that dog in that veteran's hands if he's capable of it, him or her, and they spend, let's say, up to another 6 months with that dog. And from there we bring that specific individual and their pup back to our guest house, and they stay free of charge there. And then we, you know, spend 2, 3, 4, 5 days more intensively on specific tasks that they feel they need to move on from there. And our goal is to make their everyday lives easier and more enjoyable. Really to reduce that 22 number that's really been brought to our attention. That's 22 veterans that commit suicide every day, and that's at the end of the day, that is our goal. If we can reduce that every day, one by one, to get that number to 0, that's where we're trying to go. If somebody wants to donate or is more interested in the actual cause and in our organization, they can go to labsforliberty.org or visit us on Facebook at Labs for Liberty. Drop us a line, give us a call, an email, or just get on Facebook and share the message.